So Bitcoin price could go up by 100 and the network efficiency would go up by 100 and the energy consumption could be flat. When the technologists get lazy and they stop improving, then the raw material or the brute force overwhelms and the control of the network shifts back to the energy holders. What does energy usage look like over time? And is energy usage going to keep increasing as the price of Bitcoin increases? And I've seen commentary on this. I think a lot of people get it wrong. They seem to think that as the price of Bitcoin increases, the energy usage will increase linearly. And if there's a 100x increase in Bitcoin price, there's a 100x increase in energy usage. And I think it's just worthwhile to make the observation that over the past 10 years, the mining network has gone from being energy intensive to being technology intensive. Another way to say it is in every single industry, you go from being labor intensive to capital intensive. When we started with 1 million people sowing or farming, it was a labor intensive activity. As the capital equipment gets better, first you have, horses and carts and ox carts, and then you have tractors, and then you have mega tractors, then you have factories. All of a sudden, the amount of labor matters a lot less, and the amount of capital equipment matters a lot more. I mean, there's a time when 90% of the country was farmers, and now just 1 or 2% of the people in the country produce all the food. Mm-hmm. It's because it's become technology intensive. The Bitcoin network is similar in that, except substitute for labor, energy, and substitute for capital, technology. If we go back 10 years, it probably took 100 times as much energy to develop to generate an exahash as it is right now. An S19 takes 30 megawatts per exahash, but an S9 takes 150 megawatts an exahash. So you have a 5x improvement in energy efficiency over one generation of equipment. We're like on the 7th generation of mining equipment. If you go back 2 or 3 generations, then you get that 100x increase in energy intensity. If you look at where we are today, and you go forward 10 years, it's reasonable to expect that you will get improvements in efficiency from 3 dynamics. You've got halvings in the protocol, and we have one every 4 years. So that means that over the course of a decade, you have a 5x increase in efficiency from the halvings. Then if you have a 4x increase in energy efficiency and you get it twice, or a 5x and a 4x, you get a 20x increase over 2 more generations of hardware. And now you've got a 20x times a 5x, or about 100x increase in efficiency. So Bitcoin price could go up by 100 and the network efficiency would go up by 100 and the energy consumption could be flat. And that's an important thing to keep in mind, because people sometimes think, well, energy is used to secure the network. No, it's crypto energy. It's encrypted energy that's used to secure the network. And in order to get it from raw energy to crypto energy, you have to run it through a SHA-256 miner that's properly engineered in a heat sink. And so as the heat engineering improves, the miners get more efficient. And as the semiconductor technology for ASICs improves, the miners get more efficient. And what you have in that dynamic is a never-ending struggle between brute force and technique, and kind of reminds you of something like nature and competition. Like there's 2 ways to do things, right? You either use raw labor or you use technology. And it's important to have that dynamic or that yin and yang, because when the technologists get lazy and they stop improving, then the raw material or the brute force overwhelms, and the control of the network shifts back to the energy holders. But to the extent that the technologists upgrade their engineering facilities, their heat technology, their chip technology, then the energy becomes less important. The technology becomes more important. Mm-hmm. And the combination of both of these things require capital, free-flowing capital. And in a free market, the capital is continually seeking the best use. Should I invest money in creating the next generation of SHA-256 miners? Should I invest money in engineering a more efficient Bitcoin mine with immersion cooling? Should I invest money in commercializing more energy, or plugging in more energy and just manufacturing the same design over and over again? You know, so what you have is this nice delicate dance or balance of power.